before my joining Industry Connect, I would say I'll start a little bit way back when I finished my undergrad, which was in South Africa. Then I worked a little bit for just under a year as a systems engineer with a company in South Africa called Hikaya Automation Systems, where I was responsible for the development of the front end and back end of the system, where we, designed the firmware for remote temperature monitoring systems. That was for farms, for pharmacies, and for trucks and so forth. Then in 2017, I made a decision to come to Australia. And then obviously it was a bit of a challenge to get into the job market. When I got here, I was just doing, bits and pieces jobs like factory work and so forth. Then after that, I decided to enroll to Gordon to pursue refresh my skills, which was in computer system engineering, because I still had love for what I call this IT space, and I thought I would give it a crack again. But then once I did it, I realized that, I need to get into the data space because I realized there are plenty of opportunities there. And in that being said, I also just liked working with different tools that are coming out. And I realized, okay, when I looked at the projection made for the next 30, 40 years, companies are shifting to cloud technology, companies are shifting to be digitally, adapt. So I realized, okay, there is a gap there. That's something which I can try and pursue. And in looking at how I would break into that market, then I came across Industry Connect, and then what you guys are offering, that is for software test analysts, BI developers, and which was the third one. Sorry, I'm forgetting the other one. But then I realized, okay, there is a gap for me because it was flexible. Because here I was studying, here at the same time I needed flexibility in terms of the way it was structured. First 6 weeks of studying. After that, again, to join the internship in terms of learning more skills. So that's one thing which I liked about it, the flexibility and an opportunity to learn industry skills, professionalism, and so forth. That's how I came to join Industry Connect after going for a session actually in Melbourne, where it was my first time meeting Messia, and I don't remember the guy who did the presentation. But then from then they also talked of blockchain, that presentation. Then from there, through my journey, I then had a little bit of a challenge in terms of trying to balance my life in general, because I was studying, I was working, I had the internship to go with as well. And being on a student visa, you have to prioritize, make sure you pass the classes. And then COVID hit as well, had to work from home. Some of the projects which I had done as teams on campus, I had to complete them on my own, which was more work, and also collaborating with other teams from home, which was a bit new for every student. It was a bit of a challenge there. So at that time, my internship suffered a little bit because I had to pick and choose now which one do I go with. So I dropped back from the internship. And then after I finished my advanced diploma at the end of 2020, I then just a bit of a breather because it was too much pressure on me. Then I think around February or March, I think I received a surprise call from Messia. So I was like, okay, what's happening? I'm just calling to check up on you. You've been a bit quiet of late. What's happening? I was like, okay. I wasn't really expecting the call, but then we had a chat. I was like, oh, no, don't worry. I know you've been away. So the train smash, you're more than welcome to come back and join the team and refresh your skills. Because at the end of the day, that's what you want. And you can still be, MVP is still more than welcoming for you to come back and join. Then I then came back, started working with you guys again, and then joined a different group. And doing so, I was still pushing in terms of job applications. And then I was getting some interviews. I also had Mary from what's the name of the team which assists with the interview preparation? Mary Valdeza. So I had Mary, and then she was also working with me and assisting me in terms of interview preparations from there. And lucky enough, then I had the breakthrough with the NZ role, which she also helped me work through it. After that, the good news came through that I got the job, so which is why at this point in time, I'll be leaving the internship. So I must say it's been a great journey though, up to today. Yes, with no doubt, I would say I would recommend, because to a huge degree, it played as a leverage in terms of my job hunt. Because one of the things that they were looking for would be to say, what kind of work have you done? What kind of commercial experience have you done? And then if you don't have any to back yourself up, like for instance, in my case, I want to get into data space, but most of the courses that I've done in IT were more of networking courses. So that was more so played to my advantage. And also learning the tools, like you're saying, Microsoft Power BI suite, and also your own personal practice, and also to help people to ask questions. It plays a huge role, even for this particular role as well. They did ask me a lot about what are you guys doing at MVP Studio? So what have you learned? What's going on? Okay. So if you even worked in that space, so you wouldn't have much as a backup in terms of preparing yourself for the interview. And even when I did the interview, I had to do a presentation. And guess what? I did a presentation on the property analysis project that we worked on. So if I didn't have anything that I'd done within the data space or with the data analysis, I would have not had anything to do to give as a presentation for the interview. So definitely depending on what one's goals aligns, I would say, yeah, with no doubt, one can join MVP. And again, one also has to put in the effort to be able to make it.